And
Do I have to say my name again?
no.
Okay.
Okay, so and this is going to be on the other part of your blog. So, tell me about. You've started this course, your A2 part of your course in August.
Yeah.
What have you learned and developed in terms of skills since then?
What I learned from developing my skill is that when I first used Wix, I used the ADI one, not like the normal one that other people in my class uses, and it's really hard to use. And when I do a blog post, it stays on one page and I cannot move it around. So I struggle with that part a little bit, and then I need to change mine to like the other format that other people are using. So I have to transfer everything to a new blog, which takes up a lot of time. And that part is where I was stressing out that I might not finish the course in time, but then I manage my time and be able to create a new Wix and work on tasks. Yeah.
So tell me about this Wix. So is Wix something you've used before? Is it something that you could use in the future? How could you use it in the future?
So I used Wix for the first time for Media A2, and definitely I would be able to use it in my future blog or whatever I'm gonna do with it, or website, because it's actually a really good website to use for creating other like media website, because it's actually really easy to use if you use the right format that's like right for you. And I realized that when I go on like with other websites such as like one company called Cosrx, I realized that they are using Wix as well. So I noticed that if I'm gonna sell something in my future, like clothes or whatever, I can use Wix as like a source to sell my stuff, something like that.
Fantastic. And tell me about other skills that you've developed. What other skills have you developed? Maybe you might have done other projects where you've used those skills and you've developed those skills.
I actually did this thing outside of school where I need to like manage stuff for my parents' party, and I was actually asked to film their like party for them, and I have to hold a camera for the whole day, and it was actually really tiring, and I have to edit it for them as well. So I actually learned how to use the camera properly and like work with editing and how to work with other people. So they asked me to edit it like this in this certain way, but the first edit, my first draft was like my own style and they didn't like it, so I learned how to change and adapt to work with other people.
Have you got that on your blog? Is that something, because that might be something you put on your blog, your skills development part of your blog.
Okay.
Yeah. So what area of skills do you think you're developing into becoming one of your strengths?
Like this, working on pre-production and like how to work the whole way down, like organizing everything and put it into space. Yeah.
Expand on that a bit more. Explain that a bit more clearly.
Can I have the question again?
Yeah, so tell me, what skills are you developing into becoming one of your strengths?
Okay, so the organization skills, I developed it because before that I had like this point of view of mine that I'm actually not organized. But then when the course came, when I know the deadline, it's 15th of December, I need to plan out my time, and it actually took me a bit of like time to set out everything, because like I don't know how to like plan out my time, and if I'm gonna meet my deadline that pre-production has to be done by this day, script this day, and I practice it until I develop like a habit of doing it, and it becomes like my strength.
Fantastic. And what is an area that you think you might be a bit weak at, but you want to develop further?
We can develop. Yeah, this the use of cameras and editing, I think it's still like my weakness, because since I'm not used to filming and editing, I started filming the first time since like AS, and that's like my first filming. So I think I'm still lacking in those parts. So I might become my weakness.
And how could you develop those?
So mostly to become good at something, you need to practice using it. So I think that if I practice using cameras and know that most of the camera techniques, I might be able to develop these skills, or maybe ask people who are very good at using cameras to teach me how to use them.
Fantastic. And then finally, how can the skills that you're developing kind of help your coursework, your A2 course?
The skills that I'm developing. So the skills that I'm trying to develop is those camera skills and editing, which definitely would help me in my course because I need to create a short film and I need to use camera to film my coursework and edit my course. So if I be able to develop all these skills, it will improve my quality of short film. Yeah.
That's it. Fantastic.